You know the feeling of not being respected when we are talking to people around us? You know, when we actually just want to hang out with people and we want to actually do our best to have influence, but not in a bad way. We just want to be listened to. We just want to not be ignored all the time. And most people know this feeling. Most people have this problem where they need to face kind of an humiliation just to be listened to because they don't know how to be respected. They don't know how to actually make people listen to us. And this is pretty painful. This is an experience no one should have. But people do. And we need to find solutions for that. Let's say, for example, we are a shy kid and we are on a group and we are planning exactly what we want to do. Let's say, let's say for example, we are with a 4 people group project and we need to do, I don't know, an art work. And everyone is gathering ideas and everyone's talking, oh yeah, we could do this, we could do that, and no one comes into a consensus. But you know your idea is valuable. You know that you have a good idea. You know that what is in our mind, we can make it work, right? But we can't actually do it if people don't respect to us, if people don't listen to us. We don't have like a status high enough for actually make people listen to what we are saying, because it is very cute to say everyone should be respected and everyone should be listened equally, and this is true, but this is not how the world works. This is not how it actually is the real life scenario. So when people don't know how to be respected, they need to learn, and this is what I'm going to teach you. Here is the video where we can actually learn how to influence people, how to make people listen to us, how to actually, okay, we are in a group, or we are with people we love, or people we just like, maybe friends and family members, and we want to make them understand our point of view, or maybe we just want to change something in their beliefs, because it might actually be bad. For example, we might have a family member, or we might have a friend that thinks that going to the gym is cringe, and that working out is something like it's just a waste of time, because yeah, YOLO, you only live once, YOLO, YOLO. Doesn't make sense, right? And we know it. So what we want is to convince this person that they are wrong. But there is a way of doing that. There is a way of actually making people understand what we are saying. And there is a very powerful way of convincing people that we are right. So basically, how do we do it? There are 9 steps, 9 techniques, 9 things we can implement on our speaking. There are 9 things we can implement on the way we deal with people to make them actually listen to us. So if we come here, let me come here, I hope you, nah, okay. Because those are hidden secrets that actually make us influence. Also, not only friends, but people we never met before. So coming to the first, we have reciprocity. And basically, what is it? I saw in the book How to Make Friends Influence People, but basically reciprocity is what we do to someone, and the feeling remaining there is what we call reciprocity, because people feel obligated to return a favor or a kindness. And this is something we can always remember. This is something we need to understand. People don't feel really grateful. Most people don't feel really grateful when we give them stuff. And so they always want to give it back. They always want to give us something in return to feel that they are not in debt. So they feel obliged to return a favor to us. Let me just erase this. Because this is what it is. Doing something nice for someone makes them more likely to do something nice in return. And so we have a little example here. For example, we offer help or share valuable information to build mutual support and trust. Or we can actually apply this on a different scenario. Let's say we are running to... No, this is not a good example. For example, let's say we are playing football with some friends of ours, and then someone has to go on the goal, right? Someone has to be the goalkeeper, and well, you just decide to take one for the team, right? Because there's no problem with that. So what happened is, in most cases, when people are grateful and when we have not good friends but decent friends, like they're not terrible, because terrible friends will never care about you being in a position you don't want to, and they don't care about our existence, but decent friends who actually remember what you did, and if you play again, maybe they say, oh wow, you are already the goalkeeper. So when we are nice to people first, and this is what we need to remember. First, we are nice to people, and only then people are nice to us. So we need to remember, we take action first, and then we receive. It's just like work, right? First, we work, and then we receive the payment. This is how it works. So there is no problem in actually being in a tough situation right now, because then we'll receive our prize. The second powerful thing is commitment and consistency. And so people prefer to act in ways consistent with their commitments and beliefs. And this is very powerful because when we know someone's belief system, when we know what are the things that they agree with, when we know what are the things they disagree with, we can use them to actually make them like us or just to convince them of doing something that they most likely don't want to do. So making a public commitment increases the likelihood of following through. We can use YouTubers for example, right? Because let's say I am a fitness YouTuber and I keep saying we need to go to the gym every single day. If I miss one day of training, there will be thousands, there will be maybe millions of people saying, oh bro, you messed up. So when you are publicly committed to something, it is very powerful. And what we can do is we make people publicly commit to something as well. Let's say we are in a meeting, let's say we are in a classroom, and we are in the group. Let's say we are in the art group, right? And so you look someone in the eye because they said, well, I can make it. So you look them and say, oh, wow, you can make it, right? And then they will feel a lot more pressure because they're not only you. There are a lot of people listening that him or her saying that. So they will be watching. They will be looking to see if you are committed, if you are doing what you said you were going to do. Another example, get a small initial commitment from a colleague, then request a larger one later. So let's say we are on this group and then there is a random guy, okay? This random dude comes and wants to... okay, I can't change, right? Yeah, okay, never mind. It's the first time I'm using this actual, like, this Loom to record. So basically, we are here, right? Here is the stranger, and we are here just chilling with our group. And so what we can do is we can go to them and ask them, oh yeah, so can you just, I don't know, take a photo of us, okay? And then he take a photo of them, I don't know, maybe to the group. Okay, this is a camera right here. And then, since he already did something, you can also, okay, can you just send me the photo now and can you edit the photo just because it looks nice? And then you will slowly and slowly use commitment and consistency, because if he helps you once, then he can help you twice and 3 times, 4, and then might even become a part of the group. Why? Because people like consistency. A lot of people hate commitment, right? Because commitment, we are basically forced to do something by people or by ourselves. But consistency is nice. Because it's something we are used to do. It's not something very hard. If we are used to, every single morning we open the window in a weird way, well, then we'll be consistent with that, right? So consistency is easy and commitment is hard, but commitment gives more results than consistency. Because when people are not consistent by 1 day or 2, sometimes maybe even 5 days, they don't really care. But if you are committed, if you miss 1 day, you're fucked, right? Because there are people counting on us. So we can use commitment and consistency to make people do stuff for us. We just start by asking a small thing and then we scale it to something bigger. Another thing, social proof. And this is very powerful, not to another people for us, but us for other people. So it is pretty normal to look to others to determine appropriate behavior, right? So for example, if we are going to meet Elon Musk, well, we know he's a multi-billionaire, right? But he's chill. He looks chill on the interviews, he looks chill on the podcast, so maybe we won't be that pressured. But like say we are going to meet Mark Zuckerberg. Like the motherfucker is like a robot, and he's, I don't know, a little bit scary for some people, right? So maybe we are a little bit more polite with him. Why? Because social proof, because we let our status, we let our rank on hierarchy or something determine how people look to us. And why this is important? Because if we are low status, if we are here, and most people are here, this means they are looking down on us. So the appropriate behavior would be anything. They could like shit on you. They could like just scream at you and call you like a pussy because you are here. You're under. So what we want is so build a social proof that we are here, and at the bare minimum, people are here. But the best situation is most people are here because then they will be pressured. So social proof is very powerful to influence people when we already have a little bit of reputation. Why? Because this is also highlights how others have benefited, can persuade someone to follow suit. So we have Elon Musk here, okay? So Elon Musk owns Tesla, he owns X, he owns, I don't know, let's say he also owns an AI company. And let's say every single person that cross his path, okay, this is Elon, this is basically anyone that comes to him, suddenly is making millions. Why do you think that is? Because it's Elon fucking Musk. Because that guy is know what he's doing. He know how to actually make money, and people that goes towards him actually also learn how to make money. So people have social proof that Elon Musk can make basically any weirdo get rich. Another example, let's use reviews, testimonials, and endorsements to influence decisions. We have this a lot in courses, for example, right? Let's say, or also for coaches, there are a lot of people that just leave some testimonials because any random that wants to join and looks at it, all right, let's imagine there are a lot of people here talking about, I don't know, a product, okay? Let's say they're talking about Apple and they're talking about iPhone. A lot of iPhone owners have testimonials, so they will look all these testimonials and say, oh yeah, so they actually are not lying, so maybe Apple is actually decent and I should buy, right? Authority is almost like social proof, but is a little bit different because people tend to follow credible and knowledgeable experts. So let's say we are talking about diet, and here we have a random skinny guy talking about how he eats to gain like 5 pounds. And here we have a professional that has been working on the nutrition system for like 10 plus years, but only teaching how to gain 3 pounds. Okay, even though the teenager right here has better information, he has no authority. So the thing is, when we have authority, it's easier to influence people to do what we want. And again, authority is also something that is built. It's not something that we are born with. Because we need to build our authority, right? If we want to come up as an expert, we need to actually become an expert. We need to demonstrate authority, confidently boost persuasiveness. I don't know how to pronounce English. Let me drink water, hold up. So yeah, when we showcase our credentials, our experience, our code experts to establish authority, maybe this is something most people can do. They can quote the experts. For example, I can come and say, oh yeah, I got authority from the book, How to Make Friends and Influence People. This is just the initial. From Dale Carnegie, I can come and say about Jordan Peterson's speech about authority. I can come up and say that the 48 Rules of Power from Robert Greene also talks about authority. There are a lot of things that people with zero to none authority can do, and most of it is quote experts because we have no experience, right? Or zero to none experience, and we have no credentials, and most likely don't have any testimonials. Hold up. Here don't have no testimonials, so we can use authority. Authority is nice, and especially when we are quoting experts. Liking. People are more easily persuaded by those they like, and this is obvious, right? If we have a random stranger that we never met before, saying that we should go to gym. And here we have our best friend saying that we should go to gym. Who are we most likely to listen? Our friend, right? Like, why would we listen to a random ass stranger? Like, this doesn't make sense. Also, factors increasing likability include attractiveness, similarity, compliments, and cooperation. And this is something I always say every single time. First thing, attractiveness. And I don't like to use attractiveness. I like to say presentabilityness. So we need to be presentable. We need to have a nice haircut. We need to know how to dress. We need to know how to talk to people. We need to know how to actually be human beings. Okay, so first we learn how to dress. We learn how to take care of hygiene. We learn how to take care of our body. We learn how to take care of our face. A lot of those weird stuff. Similarity, and this is again, let's say we are a fat person, okay? And we want to go to the gym, and we have two models. We have here David Goggins, who is a professional runner, and here we have Brantley, I think it's his name. So Brantley have been in a journey for like I think 2 years now of trying to lose weight, and David Goggins has already lost it, and also Brantley is kind of young. I think he is on his 20s or something. But David Goggins is like middle age. He's 50. Who are we more likely to follow? David Goggins, like this fit guy, like who always run, or Brantley, who is just like us, also a fat guy that's trying to lose weight and going consistent to the gym. So we need to build rapport and find common ground to enhance likability. Because compliments and cooperation are nice, but these two are the most important factors. Because compliments, everyone can compliment us, and everyone can try to cooperate with us, but not everyone can know how to be attractive or presentable, and most important, not everyone is similar to us. So it's pretty easier to influence people that we already know. Scarcity, and this is something very easy to use to manipulate people because people value things more when they perceive them as scarce or limited. Let's say if Apple launches an iPhone, and this is the logo, this is the camera, but there is a tiny detail here, like for limited edition. This thing would value millions after some years because this is unique. Let's say Apple only did like I don't know 1,000, okay, 1K of those iPhones. How much will they be how much will they be worth after 5, 10, 15 years? Limited edition. This is the scarcity. When we highlight uniqueness or with limited availability, we can create urgency to buy. So let's say we are like a video game agency, I forgot, like, yeah, a video game company, and we launch a game. Let's say we are launching, I don't know, The Last of Us 3, but only for 2 months. And we hype everyone for like a year or so and say, oh yeah, like from June to August. The sales of this, bro, The Last of Us, a franchise with a lot of fans, and also only for 2 months, people have the urge to buy it. We can use phrases like limited time offer to prompt immediate action. This is what we want. We want people to listen to us immediately. So let's say we don't have time to stop and think. Tell me right now, you want to do my idea, and that is to, I don't know, make a maquette about, I don't know, a castle, or your idea where you want to paint, you want to replicate like Da Vinci's picture, like the Mona Lisa and stuff, right? This is Mona Lisa with the background. Like, scarcity doesn't mean only resources. It can be time, it can be it can be, yeah, it can be money, it can be space, it can be homes, it can be security, it can be girls, it can be sex, it can be anything. It just needs to be something that is hard to obtain. The yes principle is something that I learned from How to Make Friends and Influence People from Dale Carnegie, and that is we need to start conversations on common ground to keep someone agreeing with us. Why? Because it's easier to maintain agreement from the start than to change a no to a yes. So when we begin with questions that elicit yes responses to build mutual understanding, everything goes smoothly. So let's say instead of going to your girlfriend and saying, "Hey, do you want to go to this restaurant?" Let's go with a random restaurant. Let's say, for the sake of the example, she has a 50-50 chance of saying no, okay? Or let's say 60%. Because again, people are what? People are, hold up. People are consistent with their idea. So if they start by saying no, they will keep saying no. If they start by saying yes, they will say yes. It doesn't matter what, like it is a brain trick that make basically it doesn't matter what people want to do, they will do what we want them to do because they also started by saying yes. So instead of let's go to a restaurant, let's say, "Hey babe, do you like when we go out for dinner?" Yes. Do you like to eat this kind of food? Okay, so she already said yes. Yes again. Do you want to go out with me to eat something? Yes. Oh, there is this new restaurant. Want to go? Yes again. So let's try to make everyone we know start by saying yes because this is a brain hack. I use it a lot and people I know to make them agree with me. Because imagine you keep saying yes, and then you keep saying yes, and then suddenly there is a no. Even it is a little weird. Like keep saying yes, 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 and then say no. Like yes, 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 no. It's weird, right? Because we want to keep saying yes. So we need to understand it. Let's start everything. Every time we try to negotiate with people, every time we want to make people do stuff, let's start with them saying yes. Another thing, usually with strangers and people we just met, hardly with friends, let people think that the idea of doing something came from them. So yeah, again, let people believe the idea is theirs to make them more invested. Guide others subtly towards a conclusion while allowing them to feel ownership. For example, suggest plans that align with their original ideas to motivate collaboration. So on the girlfriend example, let's say she wants to go out, okay? So she did her makeup, everything, she's all cute and she's waiting for an answer. Like, oh yeah, she wants to go out and she wants to go to this restaurant and you want to go to this, let's say Burger King and McDonald's, okay? This is a shitty example, but just for the sake of this video. So what might happen is, you might say, wow, they both sell hamburgers, right? This is what they sell. So you say, oh yeah, actually, hamburger is a very smart thing to do. We can also go on Burger King because on Burger King there are also, let's say, there are just more options. It might not even be true, but I'm just trying to give an example, not like practical real life, okay? They have more hamburger options. So it would be pretty hard to convince them to go from McDonald's to eat pizza, right? But if we don't like McDonald's, we like Burger King, we can say, oh yeah, but yeah, since Burger King has more options than McDonald's, let's come here. And this is a very direct example. It wasn't the best. I could have came up with something better. But try to suggest plans that align with their original ideas to motivate collaboration. This is something I love to do. This is something I do every single day with my friends. Not with strangers, but with people I already know. I give them a reputation to live up to. We highlight individual strengths and positive qualities to inspire them. We recognize and praise past achievements to cultivate pride and responsibility. For example, we praise a colleague's problem-solving skills to encourage consistent high-quality results. Why? Because we say, "Oh wow, you always does amazing on solving problem." So when we give them a problem to solve, they have already a reputation. They already have something to live up to, and that is they are amazing in what? Solving problems. So we give them a problem, and they will like you might actually think this is bullshit, but this works with us as well. When someone come up to me and I'm playing guitar and they say, "Damn, you play so well, play more." One, I love this motherfucker. Second one, I will keep playing until my hands start bleeding. Because now I have a reputation. And what is the reputation? I know how to play guitar. Terrible guitar. I know how to play guitar. So this is my reputation. And what is interesting is you can give reputation to a lot of people and we can use it at our favor. So let's say we have 5 people, right? Let's pretend these balls are 5 people. We can say that this one is good at problem solving. We can say this one is creative. We can say this one is good at writing. We can say this one is good at speaking. We can say this one is good at actually setting a mood for everyone. Then on a group project, what we really need to do, we just need to think about how to manage these people. Because influence people is basically the art of we only managing people and them doing stuff for us, but not only for our benefit, but actually for the benefit of the group. If not, we are just like weird bastards. And so just to remember everything, first, reciprocity, we make people feel obliged to return favor because of kindness, because this is how human nature works. Then commitment and consistency. Again, commitment is harder than consistency, but commitment is more valuable than consistency. Because people lack consistency, they never lack public commitment, especially. Social proof and authority are some hard things to build. We build them over time, but it's very useful to build them. Liking, so again, attractiveness, what I like to call how presentable we are, and similarity, how similar we are. Compliments, anyone can do. Cooperation, anyone can do. Don't focus much on that. I just added it here because it is a little bit valuable. Scarcity, try to pretend that something is very limited and very hard to get. It might not be, but let's pretend it is. The yes principle, start by saying yes. Yes leads to yes, leads to yes, leads to yes. People always own, hold up. People always own the ideas. The idea is theirs. We just subtly try to gaslight them into believing the idea is theirs. It sounds so bad, but honestly, if it is for the greater good, I don't really care. And give people a reputation. Personally, my favorite thing to do are giving people a reputation. I always start with the yes principle. I don't do a lot of scarcity because, well, I'm not in a state of actually being able to make something scarce. Liking, I only do my best to be the most presentable I can be because not everyone will be similar to me. A lot of people will be from a different background, so I just do my best to be the most presentable I can. Authority, again, I only usually just quote experts because I'm currently not in a position to have authority over anyone. Social proof, again, the hardest thing out of this 9 to obtain. Commitment and consistency. Commitment is also very aligned with giving people a reputation to live on. Consistency, they will just do it because. Reciprocity, again, this is just like do something for me and I'll do something for you. This works sometimes only with decent people. Some people are shitty and they just like, oh yeah, you helped me. Wow, now fuck you and I'm leaving. So yeah, that was basically the video. Goodbye.